Right, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but you've got to start somewhere, so I'm starting here. This is my Mark 6 Fiesta ST150. It's in a bit of a fucking sorry state in a minute. Shit all over the roof. The interior's also a fucking state. It's fucking... I decided stupidly I was going to paint it a very silly colour. That then snowballed into painting the inside a very silly colour as well. But here we are. So this is what I've got to work with basically. I've got the outside painted. The inside is going to be going a pearl white. It's a 3-stage, very complicated colour. Not something people paint the inside of cars, especially track cars with roll cages in, because it's a nightmare to paint anyway. But I'm stupid, so I'm going to do it anyway. I've started prepping the interior. I've done most of the rear. Got some filler work to do where I've accidentally destroyed some stuff, taken it out. I've been trying to drill out as much useless stuff as I can. Just taking the seats out, prepping the front. Today I'm aiming to prep all in the footwells and most of the bulkhead that you can't see. Well, up to the bit of the bulkhead you can't see when the dashboard's in. And I'm gonna base coat that. I need to get it in colour. I need to make it feel like I'm actually getting somewhere. I also stupidly decided when I took the seats out, I have stripped the driver's side one, started prepping it. I'm going to paint them the same colour as the car. Probably going to regret doing that because I'm guaranteed to scratch them going back in, but again, I can't help myself. It was either white or the outside colour, which is RS Ultimate Green. I thought if I did them white, it'd be a bit too much of a bulk colour. Everything inside here would be white and you'd be blinded as soon as you got in. So I thought I'd break it up a bit. I've got some green splashes in here, at least then it'll look a bit better. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I've got 3 days off. Admittedly, one of them days I'm not going to be here working on this, so that day's pretty much a write-off. So I've technically got 2 days I'm going to work on this. I'm going to attempt to get the inside finished, prepped, done. Some bits painted. I'm going to finish mocking up the roll cage. There's a few points I need to put in. I'm going to go grab my welder, tack it in. Probably going to be a mistake. I'm going to blow holes everywhere, but again, I need to feel like I'm getting somewhere with this because it's been sat for far too long. I've done nothing to it. Yeah, it's just one of them. So I've got all the plates. I've got everything. But yeah, so that's my aim today. Get some stuff painted, get some stuff prepped. Start. Right. I have my drill, trusty drill, and one of them fucking nasty wire brush bits. I've got 2 of them. Take some metal off. And the box sections I've got to tack in. Got some fucking snacks. Got some tea as well. Right, I'm going to start around these bits behind the seats. I'll clean all the metal up around them so I can try and get somewhere, and then I'll do the fronts, and then I'll do the rears because all my plates are up there. I'm not sure which ones I need yet, so I need to double check, but yeah. think that should be enough around everywhere. Maybe not up in there, but we'll pretend we didn't see that. So yeah, quite the gap that's going to have to be bridged there, but same on the other side. I think that's just the way the roll cage goes. There's not exactly much movement in it, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Right, so I've got 2 done. I've got that one down there, ignore them plates just hanging over there. That one down there, done. It's pretty much ready to tack up. I've got this one done as well on the front, that's pretty much ready to tack up. These are proving to be a bit difficult. You can only get so much off. It's just the angles don't work. And there's gonna need to be some shifting about, obviously, when I fucking do these, because they're not gonna want to stay put as I do them, and they're gonna shift about, and I need to finish welding the roll cage up. But I've got this one to do yet, and that one, and then I'll focus on the rears. I've got the rear plates. I separated the front plates that go on the sides. Sort of that. They just, you know, finish the box sections up. I will tack them on when I tack them down. I don't think it needs to be in perfectly straight or level or anything. As long as there is a roll cage in here and it is welded in solid and it's not going anywhere, it should be good to drive off a cliff. But yeah, so crack on with the other ones. It's annoying, drill ran out of battery, so I'm gonna have to go change the batteries over. Figure out which keys I need to get back in the house. Yeah, luckily my other battery is charged, it's in the house, it's ready to go. I'm just gonna sling this one on and swap them out. Right, got it, got the battery. Should be ready to go again. Cold tea, nasty. Right, good cracking. Right, I think that's gonna be enough. This is really awkward this side because I'm right underneath the steering column, so I'm like downward dogging down here. But yeah, so that's cleaned up enough. This whole thing's gonna have to twist when I weld it in. It's gonna be a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, it should be all right. Those of you watching really carefully probably noticed I took a nice chunk out my finger as well. That's what I get for not being careful. But yeah, so this side's done. I'm just going to do a few little bits around the roll cage where this bit needs to weld on. And then this side is done. I'll stick the bolts back in. And then go to fucking hell. Right. Bolts back in. Shave some off the roll cage. That one's done. Onto the one that I'm now sat on. Right, that side's done. Shaved off quite a lot there. I wasn't really 100% sure where the plates were going to go. Everything was sort of moving about as I was doing it. It's a bit of a pain, but I'm more or less happy where everything is. Yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a jiggle about when I actually weld these in, because the spacings are just a bit odd. But yeah, front's done. Gonna move on to the rear. Rear should be a lot easier. It's literally the plates are bigger than just slightly bigger than the feet. I'm gonna have to drill holes in them now, which is the only problem. But to be fair, I might just weld these straight down instead of pissing about with them. Might be a case if I tack these in and then push them back and then tack the fronts in. I'll see when I get there. I don't have my welder in the minute, so it's a bit of a future problem, but we'll get there. Right, done the rears, that's done. They didn't take no time at all. It's pretty simple, they're the easiest ones to get to. Yeah, so that's done in there. I'm going to charge the compressor up, blow the whole car out, because it is full of metal filings and dust and prep and all sorts of shit. I'm going to try and blow it all to the front, ideally, and then hoover it up from there. Because if anyone's ever done the inside of a car, they know it is a complete living nightmare trying to clean it out before you paint anything. So yeah, fire that up, give it a hoover out, should be golden. Okie dokie. Compressor's charged. I have to turn the lights off because to get power out of my garage, I have to run a massive extension lead from the house. And if I plug in the lights and the compressor, it blows all the fuses in the house. And then the missus is not very happy. Hey! Get a fucking blow on there. What? Let's get at it. Yeah, it's pretty full of shit now. Geyser of crap. The Hoover I've stolen from in the house. I'll probably get nailed for that later. Plug him in. Switch him on. Let's try and hoover as much of this shit out as I can. Right, front hoovered out. It's pretty decent. I'm actually fairly happy with that. I've just got to hoover out the back now. Right, that's the rear done. I'm going to end up making more dust when I've rubbed down that filler, but that will do for now. I'm going to move on to blowing the front out again. I'll blow out all of this shit because it's like dusty. Give it a blowout, mask up some cables and some pedals and stuff, and then yeah, get to slinging some paint on it. Right, I've masked what I think is going to get seen. Just masked it off loosely. I'm not overly bothered because I'm not going to go crazy up in there. I just want to get enough so when the dashboard is in there it doesn't look terrible. So I've got that done. I'm going to spray some weld through zinc primer. I did scotch, I forgot to film any of it. I red scotched all in the footwell. So that's all done in there, it's ready to go. I'm fairly happy with it. Yeah, just got to sling a bit of ground coat on there and then that should be enough. Right, that's 3 coats on there now. Somehow, when I'm going to go put a 3rd coat on, I forgot to press record, so I didn't actually get any of me putting a 3rd coat on, drying it. But you can guess how it went. It went as the same as the other 2 coats. It doesn't look terrible. There are a few runs in it here and there, but I'm painting water-based white, which takes ages to dry anyway. White is the worst colour for drying. In what? What's that? Well, like 12 degrees. Is it? You can see my breath. It's not cold in here. Let's put it that way. So it was never going to dry properly anyway. It's the way it goes. I'm happy with that for now. I think prep-wise, I'm pretty much done. Till I get my welder back, that's all I can do for now. Happy days. As soon as I get my welder back, I will jump back in here tomorrow and weld all these, tack all of these box sections in, tack them in, get the cage roughly where I want it, and then I can have someone who actually knows how to weld properly finish the welding, basically. I need to put bolts in all of these bits up here, just so they're actually in and they're straight and all that crap. So yeah, not too bad for today. I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna call it a day. So I had some extra time today, popped back out here again. I had a quick look in the old engine bay because I took the ECU out a very long time ago and sent it off to see if I could have the ABS mapped out, because somebody in their ultimate wisdom decided to start cutting wiring loom and cut all of the wiring for the ABS module out and half of the wheel speed sensor wiring loom out, which now means the car is stuck in limp mode, basically. It doesn't know how fast it's going. It's got no ABS. It's got no control over the ABS module. It doesn't like it, so it is stuck in limp mode. Which isn't good, but here we are. So yeah, tried to get that mapped out. They couldn't do it. Not surprised. So I need to button back up the cage the ECU is held in. As you can see, I got quite angry trying to get it out and just cut it. That was the old me. So new me now has to figure out a way of buttoning that back up. Probably gonna rivet it back up. And then I've got to remember how it goes back in here. It goes in there somehow. I know it does, but I can't fucking remember for the life of me. So yeah, and then my other objective, once I get round to it, is I need to buy a stock cat, because I also have 4 to 2 to 1 exhaust manifold on it with no cat, which is probably the other reason it's stuck in limp mode, because the lambda sensors aren't plugged in. It won't like that much. It runs like a bag of shit in a minute anyway. So yeah, no lambda sensor and no ABS equals unhappy bunny. So I was having a look at that. I've just stripped the other seat, started prepping it. I'm set on it now. The seats are going to go same colour as the car, and then all the trimmy bits are going to go 3-stage pearl white, just to be a bit different. I think that'll look quite good. I'm going to clean the covers up, give them a bath, give them a bit of a scrub. But yeah, so that's how it's going at the minute. Last little bits for today, and then yeah, bit welding tomorrow. yeah, that's it done. I mean, I've just wiped it off. It's still drying, but yeah, scotch down, that'll do. I mean, I don't need to key it up massively. It's not like it's going to be facing loads of weather and everything. It's the back of the seat. It's going to sit up against the roll cage, so it's not exactly going to fiddle with all the time. It doesn't need to be massively, like, prepped massively well. It's got enough of a key in it that it will do what it needs to do. When I paint it, it should look good. So I've got a fiberglass flocked dash. Now obviously these don't exactly fit, so my problem is trying to make them fit. I don't want them sat on the front because that looks terrible. What I was thinking of doing was trimming it just enough so that it sits flush with the back of this around here. Don't know how that's going to look or how well it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm just going to sit it over like that. I was thinking, sit it on it, get it roughly where I want it, mark it up, and then go out with a Dremel all of this out. It's the only way I can think of doing it, because I can't sit it in the back, because if I just cut this out and sit it in behind it, it's going to be sat right in there. I'm going to be missing the corners. I don't really want that, so I was just going to Dremel him out. Yeah, and then go from there. I was thinking of bonding it. I was going to bond it in. But now looking at it, I might straighten this edge off with the Dremel first, and then fit it up, because it might fit a bit better then. I don't really know. It's a bit of a weird shape. This isn't big enough. I think I'm actually done for today now. I'm going to wait for a little bit more light because it's pretty dark outside, and have the welder plugged in off my 50 meter extension lead and the lights. I'll end up blowing every fuse in my house, so